Why do I need a salary certificate? In the UAE, as in any other country, proof of your income is an important part of many processes. Whether it's opening a bank account, getting a loan, or sponsoring a visa for family members. This is where it comes into play: salary certificate. This document serves as an official proof of your employer's income and plays a key role in many areas of life in the UAE. What is a salary certificate? Salary certificate. This is an official document issued by the employer that confirms the employee's income. It serves as a kind of financial passport, allowing the employee to prove their ability to pay in front of banks, landlords, consular offices and other organizations. Basically, a salary certificate contains the following information: employee's name, employee's position, employee's salary, date of joining the company, details of the employment contract. It is important to note that the salary certificate not only confirms the amount of salary, but may also contain information about any additional payments, such as bonuses or benefits. The company's HR department plays an important role in issuing this document, ensuring that it is up to date, accurate, and meets all the necessary requirements. The salary certificate is legally binding and is a mandatory document for proof of income in the UAE and many other countries. Legal requirements for salary certificate in the UAE. In the UAE, as in most countries, there are certain legal requirements for a salary certificate. This document must be issued on the company's official letterhead and signed by an authorized person. An important part of this document is information about your salary, position, start date, and other information related to your employment contract. The salary certificate must be issued in English to be recognized in all official UAE institutions. This is due to the fact that English is one of the official business languages in the country. It is important to note that forgery or misrepresentation of information in the salary certificate is a crime and can lead to serious legal consequences. Therefore, it is important to apply for this document only to the HR department of your company. It is also worth noting that the UAE has a data protection law, so the information contained in the salary certificate must be processed in compliance with all relevant provisions of this law. This means that your employer does not have the right to disclose information about your salary without your explicit consent. In general, a salary certificate is an important document that confirms your income and employment, and it must be issued in accordance with all legal requirements of the UAE. Purpose of salary certificate. Salary certificate. It plays an important role in many life scenarios in the UAE. It is more concerned with proving your financial viability and ability to meet certain financial obligations. Opening a bank account. Banks in the UAE usually require you to provide a salary certificate when opening an account. This is necessary to make sure that you are financially sound and able to manage your account. Getting a loan or mortgage. When applying for a loan or mortgage, the salary certificate serves as proof of your income. Banks and other credit institutions use this information to assess your ability to repay your loan on time. Sponsor visa. If you want to bring your family to the UAE, you will need a salary certificate. This document confirms your income and demonstrates to the immigration authorities that you are able to financially support your family in the UAE. Rental housing. Property owners and real estate agents can also request your salary certificate to make sure that you will be able to pay your rent on time. Getting insurance. Some insurance companies may require a salary certificate to assess your financial risk and determine the cost of your insurance. All these examples emphasize the importance of salary certificate as a key document confirming your financial viability in the UAE. Examples of using a salary certificate. There are various scenarios in which you may need a salary certificate. Here are some examples. Opening a bank account. Banks in the UAE usually require a salary certificate to verify your income and determine your creditworthiness. This helps them decide whether to provide you with banking services, such as credit cards or lines of credit. Applying for a loan. If you plan to take out a loan, you will probably need to provide a salary certificate. This document shows lenders that you have a steady source of income and are able to pay off the loan. Getting a visa for family members. If you want to bring your family to the UAE, you will need a salary certificate to prove your income. This is one of the main requirements for obtaining a visa for family members. Rental housing. Owners, real estate and real estate agents in the UAE often require a salary certificate to prove your ability to pay rent. In all these cases, the salary certificate acts as an official proof of your income, which helps establish trust between you and the organization you interact with. This makes it one of the most important documents you need when working in the UAE. The process of obtaining a salary certificate. Getting a salary certificate is a relatively simple process that starts with a request to your company's HR department. You will need to provide some information, such as your position, start date, and salary. The HR department will then prepare a salary certificate. Make sure that all the data in it is accurate and up to date, and sign it with an authorized person. It is important to note that in some organizations, the process may involve additional steps, such as confirming your employment status or checking your employment records. In some cases, you may need to wait a while for your salary certificate to be ready, especially if your company has a large structure or if the HR department has a large workload. However, in most cases, you must receive your salary certificate within a few business days of submitting the request. In addition, if you work on a contract basis or are a freelancer, the process of obtaining a salary certificate may be a little more complicated, since you may need to provide additional documents to prove your income, such as contracts or invoices. The role of the HR department in creating and issuing a salary certificate. The HR department plays a central role in the salary certificate process. They are responsible for collecting and verifying all necessary data, as well as for processing the document itself. The importance of this stage cannot be understated, as any inaccuracies or errors can cause problems later on. First of all, the HR department makes sure that all the necessary information is included in the salary certificate. This includes your full name, position, starting date, and most importantly, your salary information. Secondly, the HR department ensures that the document meets all legal requirements of the UAE. This means that the salary certificate must be issued on the company's official letterhead and signed by an authorized person. Third, the HR department controls the time frame for issuing a salary certificate. This is especially important because in some cases you may need this document within certain deadlines. For example, when applying for a loan or when confirming income for a visa. In general, the HR department's role in creating and issuing a salary certificate is critical. They ensure that this document is accurate, legal, and timely, which in turn helps you avoid any problems or delays in the future. Specifics of the procedure for foreign employees. For foreign employees, the procedure for obtaining a salary certificate may be a little more complicated. In some cases, you may need to translate the document into English or notarize it. In addition, some organizations may require additional documents or information to verify your income. It is important to remember that the UAE has strict laws regarding proof of income, and false information can lead to serious legal consequences. Therefore, always make sure that your salary certificate accurately reflects your income and other details of the employment contract. It is also worth noting that some banks and financial institutions may have additional requirements for the salary certificate for foreign employees. For example, they may require that the document be issued no more than in the last 3 months. Or they may require additional proof of your income. In any case, your HR department should be able to help you with this process and provide all the necessary information and support. They can also help you understand what additional requirements may be imposed and how to meet them. Terms and requirements for obtaining a salary certificate. Receiving salary certificate. This is a process that can take from a few days to several weeks, depending on your employer and the specifics of the HR department. However, it is important to understand that this document is official and requires some time to prepare and sign by an authorized person. As for the requirements, you will generally need to provide information about your employment contract, including your position, start date, and salary. In some cases, you may need additional information or documents, such as a copy of your employment contract or passport. It is important to note that the requirements may vary depending on the specific circumstances. So it is always recommended to discuss this issue with the HR department or legal advisor. Practical tips and tricks. Getting a salary certificate can become much easier if you follow some practical tips. First, always maintain open and honest communication with your HR department. Second, provide all the necessary information and documents on time. Third, make sure that you understand all the requirements and procedures associated with obtaining a salary certificate. In addition, try to avoid common mistakes, such as providing incomplete or incorrect information, late submission of an application, or incorrect paperwork. Remember that your salary certificate is an important document that can make a big difference to your financial and professional life in the UAE. Conclusion. In conclusion, salary certificate is an important document that plays a key role for foreign workers in the UAE. It serves as official proof of your income and may be required in a variety of situations, from opening a bank account prior to obtaining visas for family members. The process of obtaining a salary certificate can be a bit complicated, especially for foreign employees, but with the right training and support from the HR department, it becomes quite manageable.